What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody had a great weekend. So today we're going to talk about conga basics on three congas and how to help you progress on getting into three congas. So, to all the new subscribers, welcome to Percussion Life. My name is Eric Perez. Some of y'all already know that, but just wanted to say hi and welcome to the channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, just hit that subscribe button. Just hit that thing right there, man. We upload videos like every Monday and every Thursday. I did miss this Monday, but guess what? It's Tuesday and we're not missing it. Oh yeah, we're still gonna upload videos 2 times a week. Somehow, some way, we just gotta make it happen. Just gotta keep this ball rolling. Know what I mean? And to all my day ones, man, wow, thank you so much. I appreciate all the support, everything you guys constantly just give, man. Just messages you guys send me to keep on going, man. I really appreciate it. I don't think I can ever stop saying that. I don't care how many subscribers I get, man. I really am appreciative of this community, of what this channel has become, and what you guys are constantly giving. So, conga basics on three congas. So this was actually a suggestion from one of the subscribers. They wanted to know how they could progress in learning to develop getting into three congas. And you know what? That's actually a pretty good question, because a lot of us think that, let's just get three congas and that's how you get the ball rolling. And it's really not like that. And it's just like I always say, don't go to 2 until you're comfortable with just 1, and don't go to 3 until you're comfortable with just 2. Sometimes you are comfortable with 2 drums and it is time to try to progress onto your 3rd drum. And that's great, I love that type of progression, and I really appreciate that type of like challenge when you want to move on to a 3rd drum, get into more melodic styles. But how and where do you start? Some of you only have 2 drums and maybe don't want to get into that investment without trying to develop it first. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to show you a couple of exercises that helped me develop when I started to progress going on to the 3rd drum. As most of you guys see, I have normally my setup like this. There's drummers that have their 3rd drum right here in the front, or they'll play this one a little bit more up here and then put their 3rd drum right behind here. Whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you feel a lot more comfortable. I just prefer this setup. It's very old school for me. And also it makes me challenge my left hand. And that's something that I always preach about, that you got to make sure that your left hand is just as strong as your right, or your weaker hand is just as strong as your strong hand. So you can have 2 strong hands, So what I'm going to show you is just these couple of exercises. Let me know if this works for you. Comment below if you think there's other things that helped you. I love to learn different perspectives as well. So this is just what helped me. So let me show you just one exercise first, and then I'll go into the next ones. So if you only have 2 drums and you want to progress, or even if you have 3 already and aren't sure if you want to go to your 3rd yet, this is what I do. When I first had just 2 drums and I wanted to get on my 3rd, what I would do is, to make sure I was ready for the 3rd one, I would just move this tumba and I move it over here. Literally, I would play left-handed in my case, and I would try to see what I could develop as a right-handed player to make certain rhythms with my left hand. But substituting it, like in an imaginary sense, like I would have a drum right here. So this is what I would do. So to show you what I'm doing on this exercise, I'm literally just starting as a normal tumbao. And after I do those 2 opens, I would just do 1 open to my left drum. So to kind of show you where I would move to my left drum, let me give you the clue. So it's after those two opens, you move to your left drum. Why just that? That's not really a tumbao. I'm playing as if I'm playing right-handed, as if I have a drum over here. But I'm just doing something here. Here's the reason why. You see, now because you're developing this movement, you're already prepared to, when you're just going back to your normal tumbao, to just add a more melodic effect. So this is just training for you to move this way. So I'm hitting it at the same time as I would during that exercise. So after coming from this open here, I'm just going to do like a closed palm slap, close slap, just to go back to that tumbao. But in all honesty, when you try to put this type of tumbao in this, you're already developing your left hand to do a certain tone and to do a certain melodic phrase. It's kind of cool because when I first started to progress on to getting a third drum, I would have to like imagine that tumba sound here to my right. So every time I would practice that, doom doom da, da, like I would have to kind of like play it out in my head. So yeah, it's a challenge when you're first starting to progress because it's just a different tone and more melodic sounding. So yeah, that's one way that can help you progress to getting your third conga. The second thing that helped me, and this is weird, okay? This is a weird exercise, but boy, did it help me develop like strength when I wanted to do more than one tone. So this has nothing to do with the tumbao. This is more on a developmental kind of exercise to, you know, kind of play with your mind and kind of make sure your left hand is nice and strong when you're trying to go to this note. So what I would do is, and this is weird, but what I would do is I would basically do the mano secreta between these two drums. And I would start it off on this main drum, and then the two opens, those two doubles in the part of the mano secreta, I would do it on my left tumba. So to kind of show you what I'm talking about, it's this. It's weird, man, but what it's doing is developing those little muscles, man, and while I'm extending, and it's still able to project as if I were to have it right here. So to kind of show you what I'm doing one open on my main drum, then two like doubles with my left drum, and then a close slap on my main drum. So to put that together, it's this. Yeah, it's weird, but you know, you gotta love weird. You gotta love it. Another exercise that I'll do, especially when I'm just again moving everything to my left, not thinking about my right side, because I want to develop. And it's weird because you don't think that, you know, those little exercises matter, but you want to develop this type of extension. You know, you want to develop movements going this way. So I would just do a basic exercise. It's just crazy simple, but I would do a bass with my main drum, then a bass with my left drum, and then an open with my right, and then an open with my left. So it's gonna sound like this put together. But that really does, it sounds weird and it sounds foolish, and a lot of these exercises that help you develop a certain way are that. But man, what you're doing is really developing those muscles, developing your left hand extension, developing your base, especially when you're moving somewhere else. Yeah, man, that's a must. That is a must, especially when you want to start progressing onto 3 drums and you want this type of setup. And then once you do have 3 drums and you finally want to kind of like get used to it, this is just my setup. I normally have what I have to my right. I have a lower drum, then my mid here to my left, and then my main kind of like the center. What I would do is I would actually kind of like do like a scale up and a scale down. This just helps me train my ear, helps me develop where my hands should go if I want that specific sound. So again, foolish exercises, but they help a lot, man. So this is what I would do. So I would start with an open on my tumba to my right, then an open on my tumba to my left, and then an open on my conga, which is the main drum. Then I go back down. So I do a open on my conga, then an open on my left tumba, and then an open on my right tumba. So to kind of hear that together, it's going to sound like this. And if you notice, when I wanted to start it back up again, I just went back to the tumba to kind of scale that back up. So it sounds kind of like, you know, scaling up and down, like some keys or a note, or, you know, how singers warm up their vocals. So to show that again, it's like this. And if you want to cut it up, you can. So you could be like da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. You could definitely do that if you want. Crazy weird exercises, man, but those little things, man, those little things work so much. Yeah, man, let me know if this worked out for you guys, or if you've been playing 3 congas and you wanted to kind of go back to the basics and strengthen your left hand or challenge your left hand, or if you're used to setting up that way and you wanted to move it this way. Yeah, man, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if, you know, this works out for you guys, or, you know, this is something that interests you. But yeah, man, that was a great suggestion. I forgot who it was, but man, I appreciate it. I hope this works out. This is what helped me develop to kind of move to 3 congas, man, because it's scary when you start to move on to 3 congas, because then you start, you know, getting into some crazy things. All right, y'all. Y'all already know what to do. Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Have a great week.